Valentine's Day was never important to me. I wasn't single by choice. I just never had the kind of life where romance stayed long enough to matter. People around me treated February 14th like it was some magical deadline, flowers, gifts, surprises, expectations. For me, it was just another working day, another evening alone in my small apartment. That year, I was 24, working late shifts at a printing company, living in a rented studio on the third floor of an old building, the kind of building where pipes made noise at night and footsteps echoed longer than they should. On the morning of February 14th, I woke up to rain hitting my window, cold, gray, uncomfortable rain, no sunshine, no romantic mood, no pink clouds, nothing. My phone had no messages, no missed calls, no notifications, just silence. I brushed my teeth, made instant coffee, and scrolled through social media. Every post was the same couple smiling: teddy, bears, roses, chocolate boxes, heart emojis. Closed the app. It felt like watching a party through a glass wall. You could see everything, but you weren't invited. I left for work at 9, worked till 7, came back tired, wet, and annoyed. The elevator wasn't working again, so I climbed 3 floors in the dark stairwell, holding my phone flashlight in one hand and my bag in the other. When I reached my door, something was different. There was a box, small, wrapped in red paper, placed neatly in front of my door. At first, I thought I was looking at the wrong apartment. I checked the number 3BIT was mine. My heart skipped, not in excitement, but confusion. No one ever sent me gifts. No one even knew my exact address, except my landlord and 2 coworkers. I looked around the hallway, empty, no footsteps, no voices, no open doors, just silence. I picked up the box. It was light, too light, inside my apartment. I locked the door and placed the box on my table for a full minute. I just stared at it. No name, no card, no handwriting, no label, only one thing written in black marker on the red paper: Happy Valentine's Day. Nothing else. My first thought was wrong. Delivery. Maybe it was meant for someone else. But why my door? Why no name? I slowly unwrapped it. Inside was a teddy bear, medium size, light brown, soft fur, ribbon around its neck. It looked normal too. Normal, like something you'd buy from a mall. But when I touched it, my fingers froze. It was warm, not room temperature, not from sunlight, warm like a human body. I pulled my hand back and laughed nervously. Stop being stupid, I whispered to myself. Was probably just my imagination. I lifted the teddy again, still warm. I placed it on my bed, changed clothes, made noodles, tried to ignore it. But I kept looking at it. Every few seconds it felt like it didn't belong there, like it was watching me. Around 10 at night, my phone rang. A known number. I answered. Hello. Silence, just soft breathing. Hello? I said again. The line disconnected. I stared at my phone. Then I looked at Teddy. It was still on my bed, but the ribbon had shifted slightly, like someone had touched it. My stomach tightened. I walked closer. The Teddy's head was tilted now. Hadn't been like that before. I knew. Heidi knew exactly how I had placed Heidi. Picked it up. It felt heavier, not much, just enough to notice. I shook it gently. Something moved inside. Not stuffing, something solid. I froze. Teddies aren't supposed to have hard things inside. My phone buzzed. A message from unknown number. Did you like it? My heart started racing. I typed back. Who is this? Seen no reply. I looked at the teddy again. For the first time, I noticed something stitched on its back, tiny letters, almost invisible, like someone didn't want it to be seen. I turned it over and read, from Mem. No name, no initials, just a FROM. Memmy room suddenly felt smaller. The rain outside stopped and the building went completely silent. No pipes, no footsteps, no traffic noise, nothing. Only my breathing and the soft sound of fabric when the teddy's head moved by itself very slightly. I stood there holding the teddy. My fingers were numb, not from cold, but from fear. I kept telling myself it was just stress, just overthinking, just coincidence. But deep inside, something was wrong, very wrong. I placed the teddy back on the bed, this time sitting it upright against the pillow. I even adjusted its ribbon, tried to make it look normal, tried to make my room feel normal again. Then I sat on my chair and turned on my laptop, opened random videos, random music, random noise, anything to kill the silence. But no matter what I played, my eyes kept going back to the bed, to the teddy. It didn't move, not anymore, but that almost made it worse around 11:30. My phone vibrated again, unnumbered new message. You always liked soft things? My hands started shaking. I typed, how? Do you know me? 3 dots appeared, then disappeared, then appeared again. Finally, I watched you. I threw the phone on the bed like it had burned Mimi. Breathing became shallow, fast, loud in my own ears. I stood up and locked my bedroom door, even though I was already inside it. Then I laughed at myself. Nobody's here. I whispered, you're safe. Another message. You didn't lock it last year. My blood went cold last year. I had lived in another apartment, different building, different area. No one here should know that. What do you want? I typed scene. No reply. The teddy's head slowly leaned forward, just a little, like it was listening. I grabbed it hard. Stop it, I whispered. I don't know who you are. Something crackled inside it, like dry leaves or bones rubbing together. I dropped it. It fell on the bed and landed facing me. Its stitched smile looked wider, not really wider, but it felt wider at midnight. The power went out. Everything died at once. Lights, laptop, fan. Darkness swallowed the room. My phone screen was the only light. I rushed to the window outside. The whole street was black. No lamps, no cars, no houses, like the world had been turned off. My phone rang. Unknown number again. I answered without thinking. Why are you doing this? I whispered. A voice replied, soft, slow, familiar. You forgot me. I felt dizzy. Who are you? Silence. Then you promised. My head started hurting. Memories tried to surface. Something from years ago. High school, rain, bus stop, a gift day, teddy. My chest tightened. No, I whispered. That's impossible. The voice continued. You said you'd keep me forever. Flash. A memory hit me clear, sharp. I was 17, waiting at a bus stop. A boy stood nearby, quiet, awkward, holding a teddy. He kept looking at me. Finally, he walked over and gave it to me. No words, just ran away. I had laughed with my friends, called it creepy, left it on the bench, and walked away. The phone voice trembled. I waited. I watched. I stayed. My throat closed. That was just a stupid gift. I said, I didn't even know you. Silence. Then the softest sound, crying, not loud, not dramatic, just broken. I followed you, he whispered. Everywhere. My door handle moved slowly, carefully, like someone testing if it was locked. Click, click. My heart nearly stopped. I'm here now, the voice said. You finally opened it. I didn't open anything. I screamed. The teddy on the bed sat upon its own, slow, unnatural. Its head turned toward the door, then toward Mimi. Phone buzzed. Final message. Happy Valentine's Day. Room temperature dropped instantly. My breath became visible, like winter inside my bedroom. Door creaked open. 1 inch, 2 inches, 3. I backed into the wall, crying, silently, unable to scream anymore. From the darkness of the hallway, I saw a shape, tall, thin, wrong, holding something. A red ribbon, the same ribbon from the teddy. My turn, the voice whispered. I don't know how long I stood there, frozen, my back pressed against the wall, my legs shaking, my chest burning. The door was half open now. The hallway light was dead, only darkness behind it, and inside that darkness, something was breathing, not fast, not slow, patient, like it had all the time in the world. Please, I whispered. I'm sorry. The shadow moved forward 1 step, then another. Each step made no sound, no footstep, no fabric, no air movement, just movement. The teddy on my bed fell backward, like it had been released, like a puppet with cut strings. My phone vibrated again. Same unknown number, new message. You remembered too late. Tears blurred my vision. I didn't mean to hurt you. I whispered. I was young, stupid. The shape stopped moving for a moment, Then the voice came again, not from the phone, not from the hallway, from everywhere. You were my first. I was nothing to you. My ears rang, my head felt like it would split. I kept the promise. The voice continued. I stayed. I waited. I loved. The shadow stepped into my room. Moonlight from the window revealed it. I almost collapsed. It wasn't a monster. It wasn't a ghost. It was a boy, above my age, pale, sunken eyes thin, like he hadn't eaten in years, wearing the same jacket from the memory, from the bus stop still, holding the red ribbon, but his shadow behind him didn't match it, was taller, longer, sharper, like something else was using his shape. I never meant to disappear, he said softly. You disappeared first. I slid down the wall and sat on the floor. I didn't know. I cried. I swear I didn't know. He tilted his head just like a teddy had. You left me, he whispered, so I learned how to stay. My phone suddenly died, screen black, battery gone. The room felt colder, like winter had entered my lungs. Please let me go, I begged. I'll do anything. He looked at the teddy, then back at me. You already did, he said. The shadow behind him stretched, reached toward me. Felt something wrap around my wrist, ice cold, heavy, real. My vision blurred, memories flooded my head. Every place I had ever lived, every room, every bed, every night. I felt watched. It was him, always him, watching, waiting, guarding. I kept you safe, he whispered. I scared them away. I followed you home. I followed you to college. I followed you here. My body felt numb. I couldn't move, cowled and scream, cowled and breathe properly. You belong with me now, he said, for real. This time, the teddy floated up slowly, no strings, no support. Its stitching started tearing thread by thread inside it. Darkness, not stuffing, not cotton, dark, moving darkness. I realized then the teddy was never just a toy, was a container, a home for him. For whatever he had become. I don't want this, I whispered. He knelt in front of me, so close I could smell dust and cold rain on him. So close I could smell dust and cold rain on him. You already chose, he said gently, when you walked away. Shadow wrapped around my chest, squeezed my heart, felt like it would stop, suddenly aloud. Knock real hard, human. Open up, a voice shouted. Police, the shadow recoiled. The boy's face twisted not. Angry, terrified lights flashed outside. Window blew red sirens. The spell broke. I could breathe. Again the teddy dropped to the floor, burst open black. Smoke rushed out, screaming, not with sound, with feeling, pain, loss, rage. The boy looked at me one last time, not with hatred, with sadness. I waited too long, he whispered. Then he dissolved like mist in the alley. Sunlight gone. The door burst open. 2 officers rushed in. Are you okay? I collapsed into their arms, crying uncontrollably. They found nothing, no signs, no intruder, no damage, except one thing on my beta, small red ribbon, perfectly folded. 3 months later, I moved, new city, new number, new life. I never celebrate Valentine's Day now, never accept gifts, never keep stuffed toys, never answer unknown calls. Sometimes late at night, when everything is quiet, I feel something watching, not angry, not threatening, just waiting. And once a year, every February 14th, at exactly 12:01 a.m., my phone lights up. No number, no notification, just one message. I'm still here. I never believed in cursed objects, not haunted gifts, not stupid dorm rumors, not anything supernatural. I was the kind of guy who laughed at ghost stories, who watched horror videos before bed, who thought fear was just weakness hiding behind imagination. And maybe that was my biggest mistake, because if I had believed even a little, I might have walked away before everything went wrong. This happened during my sophomore year, when I was living in Lincoln Hall, a 6-story dorm building on the edge of campus. cracked concrete walls, flickering hallway lights, elevators that never worked, a night security guard who napped more than he walked the halls. The kind of place where rumors were born and never died. It was February. Valentine's week had just started. Posters everywhere. Couples holding hands, flower carts lined the quad. Guys pretending they weren't lonely. Girls pretending they weren't watching anyone. And in the middle of all that, Teddy Day arrived. I didn't care about Teddy Day yet. Least I thought I didn't. He had never gotten a gift on any special day before. Not birthdays, not Friendship Day, not Valentine's week. So I trained myself not to expect anything. Expecting nothing hurts less that morning. I was brushing my teeth in the communal bathroom when my phone buzzed a message from Ryan Happy Teddy Day Man. Wait till tonight, I laughed and replied, "What are you planning, bro?" He sent a laughing emoji and wrote, "Surprise Ryan was my roommate and best friend since freshman year. Loud, funny, always up to something dumb. Always dragging me into trouble. But loyal in his own way by evening." I had almost forgotten about his message. Classes ended at 4. I walked back to the dorm tired, sweaty, irritated, wanting nothing but my bed and my headphones. When I opened our room door, I froze on my bed. Sitting perfectly in the center was a giant brown teddy bear. Almost half my height. Fluffy Bran knew I stood there staring like an idiot. Ryan was sitting on his bed, grinning proudly. Surprised, I blinked. "Is this for me?" "Of course. Who else?" "The ghost." He joked. Why? He laughed. "Because you never got one. Every year you act like you don't care, but I know you do." So this year I fixed it. He walked closer and touched the teddy. It was unnaturally softer than normal, like touching warm cotton. "Where did you get this?" "From a street vendor. Outside campus. Said limited stock. Cheap." "How very cheap." That should have been my second warning. Nothing good comes cheap. But I ignored it that night. The teddy sat on my bed, facing the door. I didn't move it somehow. It felt wrong to shift it, like disturbing something that wanted to stay. Ryan joked, "Now you're not lonely, man. Sleep hugging it." Shut up. I turned off the lights. Around 11. Dorm nights were always noisy. People talking in the halls. Music from another room. Someone arguing on the phone. Someone quietly crying. But after midnight, everything changed. Silence took over. Heavy, thick, uncomfortable. That night, I woke up around 2:30. I didn't know why. No noise, no alarm. Just suddenly awake. My eyes adjusted to the dark. The hallway light outside filtered through the window blinds, heaving. The room a faint bluish glow. I turned to my side and saw the teddy. It was closer to me earlier. It was near the pillow now. It was near my chest, almost touching my army. Frowned. I pushed it slightly away and closed my eyes. 5 minutes later, I heard a sound very soft, like fabric rubbing against Fabrici. Opened my eyes. The teddy was upright, sitting facing. May froze. My heart started racing. "No, this is stupid, you." Redreaming, I reached out and pushed it down again. It fell sideways. I turned my back and forced myself to sleep. Morning came. Sunlight, noise, shouting, laughter. Everything normal, I told myself it was. Imagination, stress, lack of sleep. Nothing else. Ryan was already awake. Scrolling on his phone, I asked casually, "Did you touch the teddy last night?" "No." "Why?" "Nothing." I didn't explain that day. More strange things happened. My books fell from the desk without wind. My water bottle tipped over by itself. My closet door opened slowly while I was watching each time. I told myself coincidence, but fear was planting roots that night. Something worse happened. I was half asleep when I heard whispering, not loud, not clear, like someone talking underwater. I opened my eyes. The room was darker than usual. The power was out only. Emergency lights in the hallway. Looked at Ryan. He was asleep. Then I looked at my bed. The teddy was gone. I sat up. "Where is it?" Then I heard breathing. Not Ryan's, not mine. Slow, patient from behind me. Turned my head. The teddy was sitting on the chair by my desk facing me. Its button eyes reflected the faint light for the first time. I noticed something terrifying. It looked wet, like it had been in water or sweat or something else. My throat went dry, Ryan. I whispered he didn't move. The breathing continued. I jumped up and switched on my phone flashlight. The light hit the teddies. Face and I screamed. There were fingerprints on it, human fingerprints pressed deep into the fabric, like someone had been holding it tightly for a long time. And, slowly crushing it, Ryan woke up shouting. What happened? I pointed at the chair. He stared for a few seconds. He laughed. Bro, you scared me for this. Look at I've touched the teddy and froze its warmth. Shocked and not room. Temperature not cold, warm like skin. We looked at each other. No one laughed anymore the next day. Rumors started. 3 guys on the 3rd floor said their closet opened at night. One saw something moving in the common room. Another claimed his mirror reflected someone standing behind him. All after Teddy Day. Every story involved one thing: a teddy someone had given, someone had received, someone had found. I checked dorm CCTV. That evening with a senior, we went to the security office. Old monitors, dusty desks, half-sleeping guard. He allowed us to watch footage from our floor at 2:30 We fast-forward. Dead nothing. Nothing then. At exactly 2:37, my room door opened slowly from inside. No one came out, but something moved from inside the room. A shadow, small, round, hunched, walking on 2 legs, dragging slightly, like something learning how to walk. Ryan grabbed my arm. Bro, the shadow walked to the end of the hall, then turned toward the camera and stopped as if looking directly at us. The screen went black. Guard crossed himself and stood up. Enough. System problem. But I knew it was not a problem. It was a warning. That night, someone knocked on our door. 3.M3 slow knock. Stoke. We didn't open. Then a soft voice said from outside, and my voice opened the door. My blood turned cold. Open the door. It was gentle, like I was asking myself for help. Ryan grabbed my wrist. Do not move. Do not say anything. We sat on our beds, frozen, listening outside. The hall was silent. No footsteps, no talking, no laughter. Only that voice again. Open the door, man. It's cold out here. My voice, my tone, even my slight accent. Perfect. Tears filled my eyes, because something that knows you this well is never harmless. Ryan whispered. How does it know your voice? I shook my head. The handle slowly moved. Click. We both jumped, but the door did not open. The latch held. For now, from the other side, something scratched, not with nails, with fabric like soft cloth, rubbing against wood. The teddy, it was scratching the door, trying to come in. Ryan suddenly stood up and shouted, "Go away!" Silence, complete silence. And then a sound I will never forget. A laugh, soft, broken, coming from a stuffed toy, using my voice. Why are you scared? I just want to sleep with you. I covered my ears. It stopped. We did not sleep that night. We sat until morning with lights on at dawn. The door looked normal. No scratches, like nothing happened, but something had changed inside. Us fear had settled permanently. We decided to get rid of the teddy. That afternoon, we packed it in 2 garbage bags, tied them tight, carried it downstairs. The dorm had a big trash dumpster behind the building. We threw it as far as we could, landed with a dull thud, like dropping a body. Ryan said. Then I wanted to believe him that night. I slept early around 3 a.m. Felt something touch my face, soft, cold, ticklish. I opened my eyes. The teddy was on my bed, right beside my pillow, staring. Its ribbon was gone, its fur dirty, its mouth slightly torn, like it had tried to open itself. I screamed. Ryan jumped. He saw it, went silent. We didn't touch it. We ran barefoot to the air office, told everything. CCTV. Voices, movement returning after disposal. The RAA looked scared, but tried to hide it. You guys are imagining things. But he still called maintenance. They came and took the teddy in a metal box, not a bag. Metal, that itself scared me more than anything. Worker whispered to another. Another one, I heard it, meaning there were more before. We were moved to another room, different floor, different hallway. We thought it was over. We were wrong. 3 days later, a guy from the 1st floor was found unconscious, clutching a teddy, same brown color, same size, same ribbon. He kept muttering in his sleep, "It won't let me go back. It won't let me wake up." Doctors said mental breakdown. but we knew dorm management quietly banned all stuffed toys. No. Announcement like trying to erase something. Ryan moved out of campus within a month said he couldn't breathe inside those walls. Anymore. I stayed because I had no money. 1 year later, I graduated on my last night in dorm. I packed everything, clothes, books, shoes. Then I sat on my bed one last time, feeling strange, like someone was watching my phone. Buzzed unknown number message. Happy Teddy Day. Bro, wait till tonight. My heart stopped. Same words, same timing, same sentence from Ryan's old number, which had been inactive for months. I called him immediately. He answered. Bro, I didn't send that, I know, because Ryan was sitting beside me in a cafe in another city on video. Callie slowly looked at my closet. It was slightly open inside. Something brown, something fluffy, something waiting. Grabbed my bag and Ronnie never went back today. I live in another city, another dorm, another life, but every year on Teddy Day asterisk, at exactly 2:37 a.m. get one message from unknown numbers, from dead accounts, from disconnected lines. Same words. Open the door, bro. And somewhere far away, new guy receives a gift and thinks it's just a joking till it learns his voice. I never thought an online order could scare me. Not in a million years. I mean, you scroll, you click, you wait. Packages arrive. That's life. But maybe that's the trap. Because some things aren't meant to arrive. It was mid-February. Valentine's week. And of course, Teddy Day was coming. I'm a junior at Eastwood University, living in Maple Hall. A small 4-story dorm with peeling paint. Old elevators that creak, hallways smelling faintly of mold, and neighbors who are either partying or avoiding eye contact. I had zero plans for Teddy Day. No girlfriend, no friends sending gifts, nothing. Scrolling through my phone late one night, I saw an ad. Teddy Day sale, limited edition, special brown teddy. Fluffy, cute, perfect size to hug, cheap shipping. Only a few left. I laughed at myself for clicking. But curiosity when I ordered it. Name and address attached. Paid online. Received the confirmation 2 days later. A small package arrived. The delivery guy smiled. Handed it over. Special gift for you? He asked. I shrugged, signed, took it inside. Tossed it on my bed. I didn't care much that night. I unwrapped it. It was a brown teddy. Bigger than I expected. Fur soft, ribbon red. Tag that read. Hug me. Don't leave me. Weird, but cute. I laughed. Ignored the creepy wording. Put it on my chair. I went to bed around 2 a.m. I woke up. Dorm was silent. Only the faint hum of the heater. The teddy was on my bed, I swear. I had left it on the chair. I blinked, rubbed my eyes, maybe sleepwalking. I moved it back. Then I heard Ida whisper soft, almost friendly, almost pleading, "Don't leave me alone." I froze. It was the teddy, or at least it sounded like Ida reached for my phone. Checked the clock. 2:17 a.m. Laughed nervously. Maybe hallucination, I told myself that then. Movement, not subtle. The teddy's head turned toward me. Its button eyes glinted in the dark. My heart raced. I tried to push it off the bed. It fell sideways. But then I heard breathing slow, heavy, deliberate from the teddy. I screamed. My roommate, Alex, woke up. "What the hell?" he said. I pointed. He laughed. "You're seeing things, man." I reached out, touched the teddy. It was warm, too warm, like skin. I pulled back, and my phone buzzed a notification from the order app. "Your teddy wants to be hugged. Don't ignore." I froze. Who sends that? Who programs a notification like that? Alex shook his head. "It's a scam, bro." I didn't answer that night. I didn't sleep at 3:05 a.m. Tapping on my door, soft, fabric-like scraping, and a voice, mine but gentle, whispering, "Open the door." I'm cold. Alex grabbed me, shaking. Don't do it. It's not real. The tapping stopped, but a smell filled the room, wet, earthy. Like a forest after rain, the teddy was sitting upright, facing the door. Ribbon slightly torn. He tried to throw it out next morning, boxed it, carried it to the dumpster behind Maple Alley, watched it fall. Then I left for classes that night. My phone buzzed, unknown number text. I'm back. Don't forget me. My stomach sank. I didn't respond next day. I found another teddy on my desk, identical, no tag, no note. Just sitting. I moved it. It returned to the exact spot by night. I told Alex. He laughed nervously. Maybe it's someone messing with you. But it wasn't human. The teddy moved on its own night after night, whispering my name, mimicking my voice, sometimes crying softly, sometimes laughing childlike. I tried burning one. Ashes stayed cold. Brown fur reformed on my bed. The next night I moved dorms. It followed. I switched cities. It followed every year. On Teddy Day, at exactly 2:17 a.m., I get a message from unknown numbers, from dead accounts, from old delivery apps. Hug me. Don't leave me. And every year, I see a teddy waiting on my bed, fluffy brown, red ribbon, watching, learning.